glass and maybe come and sit with me. So
All right. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today we have, I'm calling it the Duel of the Century. We have OpBoy5 versus LordLegender, who is a dual GM player, also a Loki player. And yeah, we've had some. They've had many conversations, we'll call them, in the past about who would win in a 1v1. Who would win in Duel? Why is century misspelled? Is it? Yeah, Viet screwed it up on the first one, but I think it was funny, and we knew it was messed up, but we thought it was funny, so we just left it. Anyway, so we have an absolute banger of a game coming to you here. It is the Duel of the Century. It is. It really is. So do not worry too much. Now I am going to do interviews with both of the players. He fixed it here. In the original, it's still Century, whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to do interviews with both the players before this game starts. So we're going to hear from both of them and see what they have to say before we get into things. Yeah, I am going to have to... I'm going to have to get rid of my camera, unfortunately, for while I do this, just because of the way I have my setup going. But don't fret. I will be back. Anyway, I'm going to get these interviews going, and we are going to start with OpBoy. So let me just... Oops, not that. Let me just get rid of my cam here so I can get some organizational things happening. Give me a moment. Okay. So while we wait for that to happen, how's everyone's day going? I need the original. Yeah, but Illy, the original has the incorrect date as well, and so Viet was kind enough to make another one. So yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna drag him up here, and I hope he's ready. Yo.
Yo.
What's up, bro? You're on stream here with me, and so I just thought it would be fun to have a couple questions thrown to you here, just before we start the game. So first off, how are you feeling?
I know I'm going against the GM Duel kid, but as long as I ban Loki set, I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah, you think Loki set are for sure the two that you should be banning here?
Yeah, I know he also plays Achilles, but I know I'm just gonna stick to my guns because back in the day when I used to play Duel, I played a lot of like ADCs.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of I'll just call it as it is, shit talking about who could win in a dual matchup, and so I'm just curious what you think your chances are here.
I mean, realistically,
Yeah.
I mean, Lachlan's played it a lot more than I have, so I'll be shocked. Like, all right. I'll put it like this: I have a chance, but if I do end up winning, I'm gonna be shocked because that boy sleeps and breathes Duel.
Yes, he does. He does love his duel. All right. Well, anything else you want to say? Any shout outs, any final words here before we get going?
Shout out to Bitch Boy Reaper. Shout out to Via for making this kick, bro. Like, nah, this this banner is actually so sick. Via, send me this after, by the way. This is actually dope as fuck.
Damn. Alrighty. Well, people, I'll get you to just hop back down there to your little channel there. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get Lachlan in here now. Give me a moment. Yo.
All right.
What's up, my guy?
OpBoy just I don't even know why he wanted this, to be honest.
Well,
But-
let me be fair. So I'll start by I'll ask you the same question. So first of all, how are you feeling going into this match?
Pretty confident. I know OpBoy is very good mechanically, and I know he favors hunters, and a lot of people don't know this, but a sneaky pick OpBoy has in Duel that maybe he doesn't even realize this, but a sneaky pick he could use is Kali. Because Kali is an elite level Duel god, and OpBoy is very good at Kali, so I'm gonna be banning that as well.
All right, well, that's
So
good to
I gotta
know.
watch out.
Awesome, yeah. So there's a lot of shit talking going on. Is that to say like you're very confident and you think you have a really good chance of winning here?
Well, I don't know if I take all three. I think OpBoy might steal one away from me. You never know. OpBoy could really snowball me. I feel like if any of the matches get late game, I'll win, but there's always the chance I just get first blooded on first wave and then get the snowball going. Luckily for me, I don't know if OpBoy knows a lot of the PvE mechanics of Duel, so hopefully I can keep up with farm as long as like he just doesn't like really run his like GP5 like properly.
All right, and then a final question here for you. Is there any any final words you want to say? Anything to OpBoy? Any shoutouts to anybody? Anything you want to say to the stream?
Hey man, like OpBoy knows how to make things interesting. That's for sure. Shout out to GamerLover54, love my man. Shout out to Xenopire. You should quit this game, but like love you, man. Shout out to Oppression, my fellow Loki main, and shout out to Paul, who's probably not watching, but
You gotta shout out Paul anyway. Who knows? Maybe Paul's nothing better to do than watch a
shout out
random
to
1v1 from a
Paul
random
for
streamer.
just being my inspiration for being a scumbag.
Alrighty, well, I will just get you to hop down then back to your VC,
problemo.
but good luck, bro.
No problem.
All right, well, I'm gonna just get us started here in just a moment, so I shall be right back. All right. So from now on, I'll do all my communication that way. All right. Now then, I will minimize this. And I'm going to resize this, but first I'll just sign in. How are you guys feeling in the chat? Who do you think's got this matchup in the bag? Is there a player that you're favoring, you guys? Is there someone that you think has a better chance here? How is chat feeling on this matchup? LordLegender, the GOAT. Locke wins this if he doesn't troll. Shren clearly has his opinions. LordLegender taught me everything I know about low-key. Whatever the outcome this will be, it is the greatest test of skill. Let's go, OP boy. All right. Let's get some votes in the chat here. All right. I want you to put a number 1 in chat. Number 1 if you think Lachlan will win, and a number 2 if you think OP boy will win. I don't care who you want to win. I want to know who you think will win. I'll ask you who you want to win next, but who do you think will win first? 1 for Lachlan, 2 for OP boy. Alrighty. All right, well, looks like we're already into the bands. Okay, so let me see. 111. You can do a poll? Sure, do a poll. Do a poll. Like, I don't know how to do that, so you can go ahead. Well, we do have a couple bands coming out so far. It is a best of 3, King of Noobs. It's a best of 3. We're doing... Okay, so if I remember, the first game is being played on the current Duel map. The second game is being played on the second, the Chinese just map, I think. And then if we go to a game 3, if we get to game 3, there's no bans, and we're on the original Duel map. Current poll, who will win? Everybody seems to think Lachlan will win. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, now let's see if we can, I don't know if you can do another poll right away here, Light, for me, but how about who we want to win? So 100% of people think Lachlan's going to win. There's 1 vote for OP Boy. So we've got 4 people thinking Lachlan will win, and 1 person thinking that OP Boy will win. Now, I'd like to do a second poll. Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win? I'm not sure if we can change the poll right away or not. Poll ended, so you can start another one. I don't think I can make another poll until this is finished. Okay, well, I think it just ended, so you guys can try. I've never done this before, so I don't know. Alrighty, so I'm going to talk about the bans briefly. So OP Boy bans Loki, of course. Set, of course. Achilles, of course. Tsukiyomi is a bit of a surprise. Bellona as well. Hebo banned as well. And Lachlan just bans ADCs. Hu Yi, Heim, Uller, Sol, Onher, and AMC. And he's going to run the Ola run here, and OP Boy is going to take this Charybdis. I hope neither of them are in my chat right now and stream sniping what the other one picked, because that would be very cheese. They might just be sleeping in the chat. OP Boy is in here. Is Lachlan in here too? I don't know. He is. They're both in here. Hopefully they're not stream sniping. Who do you want to win? Yeah, this is what I want to see. Everyone vote on that poll. I want to see. So we've got, what did the other poll end in? 5 to Lachlan, so 1 to, or 2. It was 5 Lachlan, 2 to OP Boy for who they think will win. All right, well, we're going to get into game here. So Oleron versus Charybdis. Now, I'm just going to be straight up with you right now. I do not play Duel. I am not a Duel player. I am through and through a Conquest player. I do not know what's meta. I do not know what builds are meta. Everything that's going to happen here, I will do my best to analyze, but let me tell you right now, this is not my specialty. You are what's called anyone with a brain. Yeah, I just don't like the mode. Now, we do have Charybdis into Olarun. Now, I know that Olarun is an excellent dual god just because of the healing and the ultimate are going to be like super impactful. So it looks like we had, let's see, what did this poll end in? Everybody that voted wants OpBoy to win, but most people think that Lachlan will win. All right, so we'll have to see. Anyway, I'll turn the audio up a little bit here for us. I should probably, I'll do this later. OpBoy gets the lane first in front of Lachlan. I guess he's got a bit better clear. We've got both mannequins coming up from both ADCs, which I know is the meta. We've got a meditation from LordLegender here. OpBoy off to the med, getting a lot of poke on the first wave, doing quite a bit to Lachlan, forces him back a little bit. LordLegender gets poked quite a bit here. OpBoy has the advantage for the moment. LordLegender still does have a couple potions available, while OpBoy does not. Not to mention that meditation. That's going to come in clutch here for sure. Going aggressive now, though, is OpBoy going to knock LordLegender up, get a big wave, does a lot of damage. Can OpBoy find the autos? Lachlan very low, but the meditation brings him just out of kill range. And OpBoy manages to get a lot of poke in there, but not quite the kill. Game sound about 40% too high. Game very loud. I'll turn it down a bit more then. Sorry, everyone. How about that? Red buff now being contested. I believe OpBoy does secure it. He does secure it. It's good now. Alrighty. Good snipe there from LordLegender, who does have that ultimate. OpBoy does as well, but the sustain from the Ola run is just too much, and OpBoy is getting forced back. Looking for the snipe here is LordLegender. Does find it. Connects on the mark so far with those from down range. OpBoy's going to have to back. Hits level 6 first here. Likely going for a crusher, I want to say. You wonder if maybe he needs the beads as he is Charybdis. I'm not sure. Does your movement speed in Charybdis 3 would get slowed, right, by Ola run ult? Because it's just a time warp, so I guess that makes sense. No? You move at normal speed in the Charybdis 3? I don't know how that interaction works. I know Charybdis ult is CC immune, but the pre-fire is super long. That's true, but you could also time it to the audio cue of the Ola run ult. It's like Duel 3? I see, I see. Alright, well, OpBoy does hit level 7. Looks like he's going to come over here and huck a little cheeky ward onto this blue buff. Now LordLegender is going to back. I'm not sure what ring he's going to go. Is it going to be a Telkai? Is it going to be a ring of Hecate? I don't know. The first 20 minutes don't matter. Hecate, yeah. That's how you say it, right? LordLegender is playing very far back, not wanting to commit too much. Neither player trying to be overly aggressive with their ultimates. The first 20, how long are duels? Duels are pretty long, Illy. I want to say they last for quite a while, but OpBoy now maybe had the opportunity to look for some aggression onto LordLegender's blue buff, but instead is just gonna play for his own here. It looks like LordLegender is aware of this. Decides to just clear the wave. I ain't signed up to watch 2 hours of Duel. They usually last like, I'd say an average game is like 10 minutes. Many times, like, the game will end very quickly and a player will F6. But if both players are good, I would say on average, like, 15, 20. They're both hunters. Like, well, true. OpBoy's coming over here to try and get this red buff from LordLegender, but is unsuccessful. I'm going to follow LordLegender's POV here for a little bit, just to get some variation. Now looking for the ultimate, though, is LordLegender. OpBoy quickly reacts with his own Charybdis ultimate. Doesn't even use the beads, and that's actually a win, I want to say, for OpBoy, because that Charybdis ultimate is going to be in a much lower cooldown, but a great outplay there from OpBoy, who's going to get the knock up here onto LordLegender. But LordLegender has the meditation available. OpBoy's in a bad spot, cannot match the damage. Still half HP was LordLegender. OpBoy really overvalued his own damage there and underestimated LordLegender's Ola run damage, and he's going to take a spill here for first blood. Relic diff in the chat. I can't really disagree. This meditation has been clutch for LordLegender here. He hasn't even really been close to death, except for at the very beginning where the med did save him. I honestly don't see it. I don't really see OpBoy having to use his beads very often. If he's just going to react with his Charybdis ult every time, there's not really any point. There is no first blood bounty, so if OpBoy kills him back, he's even. Pretty sure OP is lost now. Fizz versus Magdiff. Maybe. This is a best of 3, so we'll see. He's definitely not out of the running just yet. He's only 600 down. That's not that big of a deal. It looks like he's opting into an Aussie here, whereas it looks like LordLegender going for, I want to say, a breastplate. I don't think you would go Spectral this early. Magical auto attack healer is pretty good. Yeah, I'd have to agree, Ilya. I'd have to agree. Off the mark there is LordLegender, and OpBoy is looking to trade autos, but a little wary from last time, and you can't really blame him, but getting a good amount of poke there. Now going to play aggressive with the wave. Wow, that does a lot of damage, and OpBoy's still quite healthy, and he's going to continue to put on the pressure here, and LordLegender is going to play back just a little bit, not really in any risk of danger. He's still got about only 2 seconds actually on the ultimate, so his ult is coming up right about now. OpBoy does have the beads and his own ultimate available though, and here comes the Sanctified Fields, but a quick Charybdis 3 saves OpBoy's ultimate and beads. So now he's looking to have the advantage, but not for the moment, as LordLegender is just rushing forward and putting in the damage. OpBoy is getting slapped by multiple autos, getting taken super low here. LordLegender is going to dive the tower. Can he find the 2? Just enough damage. OpBoy falls for the second time. 6 minutes in, and this Ola run is looking to be quite monstrous. Once he gets that breastplate online, I'm not sure OpBoy can box anymore. This might have been a draft diff from the get-go here. We'll see, but now LordLegender is going to start pushing this tower, and OpBoy's not going to get here in time. This is going to fall. First tower of the game. Lord, more like bad. Come on. OpBoy is back, though, and it looks like he does barely get back in time to save his tower, so that's going to be a bit of a morale boost here for him. LordLegender now going to back off. Now, OpBoy does have this Aussie online, so once he's got that, I'm assuming he's building Aussie, but that'll give him a little bit of sustain, which is going to help him here, as he's so far been unable to just match the healing coming out from this Ola run. I mean, just look at the damage coming out. I mean, OpBoy can't even stand close. OpBoy, more like man who plays Thanatos. Well, Salmon, if you want to be the next person to sign up for the second best duel of the century, you can be my guest. I'm not sure you would fare much better. We'll see. We're going to take a peek over back here to OpBoy's POV as he comes out of base here. Still doesn't have that Aussie online. He's got 1,100 in hand, so going to need another 150 or so before he can back. I am ready. I sign up now. Well, we have to see if Lachlan even wants to do that. We'll have to give this whole thing a name, like the Smite Lachlan series. OpBoy more like Lost to Thanatos dual mirrors matches on stream BO3. Oof. Well, LordLegender has the breastplate online, and honestly, I see absolutely nothing that OpBoy can do here until he gets that Aussie completed. Still on level, though, with Legender for the moment, but he's going to hit level 13 now and go for this red buff, so he's going to continue to farm up here. OpBoy is going to get this Aussie online now, so that's going to give him a bit more sustain, but I hold that thought. He actually didn't back and steals the red buff away with the ultimate. Excuse me. Sanctified Fields. Now we know how that matchup works. It does not seem to affect Charybdis 3 in the least. Did absolutely nothing there. Very interesting. Anyway, ultimates are traded, but OpBoy does secure that red buff, but he's not going to secure his own tower, but LordLegender just will not be stopped rushing forward here. I really don't see anything that OpBoy is going to be able to do. I mean, he's playing against a meditation Ola run with breastplate and all this healing. It's not looking good for him. He's going to back and now complete the Aussie. I apologize for earlier. I didn't see he didn't back. But does indeed go for the Aussie, and now he's going to start building some protections, starting with the Talisman. Maybe a Pestilence coming out. There's the Aegis picked up for him. That should help a little bit with this Ola run. Yeah, you wonder if maybe like a... I don't know. I think the beads for the Charybdis just really haven't been used yet, and probably never will. Maybe a Thorns, maybe a Meditation himself. I like your shirt, thanks. But either way, OpBoy is not in a great spot here, as now LordLegender is going to grab even more lifesteal. He's got the T2 here, Talon Trinket, looking for a Bancrofts or a Typhons, and OpBoy just really, I don't know how he wins this anymore. Ankh does Numbies. Yeah, actually, Ankh, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Agro Sam Bojo's very cute. Oh, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Okay, but, you know, give these guys credit. They're the gladiators in the arena right now, okay? I'm just the talking puppet. Well, we're 10 minutes into the game. We're slowly approaching. We've got a 1,600 gold lead here for LordLegender, excuse me. And he's using all of it to just force OpBoy back under his Phoenix. There's really not much he can do here. I expect that the match is going to be fairly slow. I don't think that Legender can get this Phoenix very easily. He probably wants to go for the Bull Demon first. And I mean, just look at the poke coming out. I mean, OpBoy just can't heal. He can't fight. He can't box. He can't sustain in lane. He really just can't do anything at this point. Legender's just pressuring this tower, forcing OpBoy to lose a lot of time, as now LordLegender is going to look for this blue buff. But OpBoy is not so keen to let it go so quickly. I think he does have that ultimate available, but it's just going to clear this wave. He doesn't want to lose his Phoenix, but getting poked super hard by Legender. OpBoy is going to take a third spill, and I think that's going to already be the end of game 1 here, as LordLegender is just likely going to end the game, right? Surely he has enough time to do this, and he's going to begin hitting the Titan. Titan comes out here. There's only 1 minion, though, so Legender is going to have to tank this, but doesn't look like he has the DPS, but he does have that meditation, but no, not quite enough. OpBoy's going to get 1 more life here in this game. He's 11 minutes in, but he's down really bad, having a real tough time fighting. I don't think I've seen him use his beads a single time, but OpBoy really, yeah, like Sandman says, you got to make some sort of adjustment here going into game 2. The Charybdis pick just really hasn't worked. The Ola run is just really a big problem here for OpBoy, who just hasn't really been able to have any look into this game. The best thing he got was after first wave, but the meditation saved LordLegender, and after a single kill onto OpBoy, this game has just completely flip-flopped, and it hasn't looked like he can really do anything, but he's still putting out his best effort. There's always chances to throw. LordLegender gonna go for his blue buff now. OpBoy just waiting, wants to clear these fire waves as high up as he can. Would like to contest the Bull Demon if possible, but LordLegender is just going to continue to push forward, and here he goes again. Into the Charybdis 3 goes OpBoy, and just going to run for his life here. You think as soon as Olarun ult, is available again, LordLegender can just run down the Titan, but deciding to play it slow, isn't even going for this Bull Demon yet. He's really trying to maximize his advantage here as he just continues to slowly put in the damage onto this Titan. OpBoy is fighting valiantly to defend, but he's just not able to match the DPS coming out from this Ola run. But he does go into the Charybdis 3, and it's doing a surprising amount of damage. There's the knockup. Good Aegis from OpBoy stops all the damage. LordLegender is still trying to play forward here. OpBoy has the ultimate available, but LordLegender has the Aegis, so I don't think he can win this. Both players at about half HP, but LordLegender is the one who's pushing forward. Even more healing coming out. OpBoy is doing a good amount of damage, but just not enough. Gets forced back to base. Titan is basically full HP here, though. Now going into the ultimate is OpBoy, looking for something, but LordLegender is just going to run away. Maybe a wasted cooldown there. Pressing forward here. Not too much OpBoy can do. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but that's just what it feels like. These boxing trades just are really not going the way of OP. He's managing to hold out for now, though, as LordLegender refuses to go for Bull Demon, is just continuing to poke OpBoy down, slowly whittle away at this Titan. And there's a lot of damage, but barely into the Charybdis 3. OpBoy saves himself, chugging down that fountain healing, coming out of base here. And, we're going to watch the underdog for the remaining portion of this game, until he dies at least. And OpBoy just hanging on for dear life here. He does have that Pestilence completed, so that's going to help a little bit with the healing and the defense. He's working on a Wind Demon, so that's going to give him some crit if he can get that item online. Maybe a Shadow Steel? Maybe a Shadow Steel to help with the healing as well. We'll see. Bancroft sucks. I'm disappointed with this performance. I think he's been fairly clinical so far. OpBoy's going to try and take advantage of the Ola run back here and look for Bull Demon, or not. Just places a sentry ward. Did he stray too far from his Phoenix? The fire minions are trying to punish him for it. Can he get back and clear his minions in time? Just barely. So going to keep his Phoenix alive here. You wonder how long before LordLegender actually takes that Bull Demon and makes these Phoenix sieges much easier for himself. OP is only 2 levels down here, which isn't as bad. It's felt like he's just had absolutely no looks into this game. Just look at the puny amounts of damage OpBoy is doing. I mean, that's 2 auto attacks, and LordLegender is just not taking any damage. This is a real feels bad. I think OpBoy really needs some crit online before he can really do much in this. And LordLegender just isn't taking his foot off of the gas pedal. There's the Ola run ult, just gonna secure this Phoenix as OpBoy does get into the 3 in time. LordLegender is knocking on the door once again. He's got a minion wave. OpBoy is going to sustain off of it. Try and fight, but just tickling LordLegender, who just doesn't take any damage. Still got a minion wave, but not going for Bull Demon King still is LordLegender. He's slowly poking away at this Titan, but it feels like he hasn't gotten anywhere. OpBoy now going into the 3, doing a lot of damage to LordLegender. Has to be careful. Great Aegis, though. Prevents any damage, and a good counter Aegis there from OpBoy saves him as Titan is wailing on LordLegender. But look at the lifesteal. This Ola run just has to hit a couple auto attacks to get back to full HP, but still can't end the game. OpBoy holding on for dear life here, does not want to go a game down to LordLegender, who now has finally had enough and is going to hopefully look at this Bull Demon. OpBoy just throws a ward out. Going to clear the wave here, and he's close. He's getting close to this Wind Demon, right? It's 1100, I believe, unless he decides to go for Shadow Steel. I think that might be the play, as the healing from this Ola run is just far too much to handle for OpBoy. Any poke that he gets is immediately just returned in the form of healing. LordLegender does not have any relics here, but OpBoy still doesn't want to take the fight. Gonna try and back to base here, and I imagine finish his last item. Should definitely have a Toxic Blade. That's a good shout. Toxic Blade would help quite a lot. Well, here we go again. Another dance around this Phoenix. OpBoy is really trying to put in the damage, but he just can't. The pressure from the Ola run is too much to handle. He's going to go back to base here and finish his last item. Does go for the Shadow Steel to get some anti-heal. And there's the Ola run ult. Sanctified Fields trying to spell the end of this game, but OpBoy is really trying to not let that happen. Ola run getting poked out here. Both ADCs trading. But OpBoy actually the one who's coming out on top for the moment. But here comes the healing from the Ola run. He does not have any relics here. This might be the only moment OpBoy has to get back in this game. This might be it here, folks. Legendary is full HP, poking OpBoy down. OpBoy has his Aussie proc, but is really trying to do his best here. LordLegender, though, does not quite find the kill, but he might find the game. The Titan is on its last legs, as now there's a stun, and Legender getting super low, and OpBoy at the last possible second finishes him off and grabs a kill. 30 seconds for OpBoy to get back in this game. His Phoenix is about to respawn. He might be in this match again. He's going to get this minion wave. He's going to get tower, red buff, Bull Demon. This might be the turning point right there. A little bit of an overstay there from LordLegender, who does now pick up that spectral armor. So they're going to be saved from some crits. But my word, OpBoy really down to the wire, back against the wall, and manages to find the game-saving play. Looking for this Bull Demon King now, and you wonder, this game's going to stall out for, it's got to be at least a couple more minutes now, as surely LordLegender isn't going to be able to win these trades as easily. Bull Demon King now. Getting pretty low. Finished off here by OpBoy. Be wise to back, and he does. LordLegender decides to go for this red buff. Didn't quite find the victory there, but was very, very close. OpBoy barely managed to hang on. LordLegender is going to back here, and what's he going to do? He's going to go for a 500 pot, so going to increase his power just a little bit more as he's looking to close out this game. He's been on the upper end for most of it. He's trying to find OpBoy in the jungle, but OpBoy is pretty happy to take this fight. Now finishes his build off with an Executioner. So trying to just get a bit more attack speed off and poke into this Ola run. Here we go. Here comes the boxing match. Both players feeling each other out. So far, LordLegender is on the winning end of this trade. That Spectral Armor helping out tremendously, I'm sure. And now OpBoy gets taken down to half HP. He's trying to run away in the Charybdis 3. LordLegender wants to keep up the chase, but a strange Ola run ultimate. That did not look like that's where it was placed, but Charybdis ult does hit. LordLegender is knocking, but he doesn't have any minions, so it doesn't quite do much damage to this, but he's going to do enough if OpBoy doesn't stop him, so he's going to try, but he's taking a lot of damage. The Aussie proc, a good Aegis, though. Can he find this? No. OpBoy gets into the 3 in time, but the Titan is very low. OpBoy has to be careful. LordLegender's going to try and end the game here. He's taking a lot of poke, though. Has to be careful. The wave is off the mark, so isn't able to do the damage. both players at a standoff, and LordLegender has to retreat again. OpBoy refusing to let the game go, holding on for dear life here. Legender is going to make maybe a final push. He's thinking about it. He's trying to end the game, finish her off here as the Titan is now getting poked. This is going to spell the end of the game, I think, one way or another. OpBoy is getting in here, but cannot make it in time. LordLegender is going to pick up the first game of our best of 3 in a 20-minute dominant style. I mean, it really didn't feel like at any point he was under much duress. Only died when the OpBoy's Titan was at absolutely 1 HP. But we're going to get on here to game 2 in just a moment. Yeah, I think just the sustain coming out from the Ola run was just too much for OpBoy to handle. After his first spill, LordLegender really had the upper hand. Game 3 should be an on her 1v1 gentleman's duel. Well, that was not the agreed upon term, so we will not be doing that. Not for now, at least. But the players agreed to do a no bans ancient duel map duel. I think that on her 1v1 would be very entertaining, but that is not the play. Or not what we're doing, I should say. No, I meant no god bans. I meant no god bans, but we got both of the combatants in the chat. All right. It was like I could not do anything. That healing was so annoying. Welcome to Duel. Game 3 is no god bans, correct. That was agreed upon beforehand. So we might see the low-key Thanatos duel. But first, let's not get ahead of ourselves, people. I mean, OpBoy's got to win a game. OpBoy, get the hell out of chat. Same with you, LordLegender. You don't gotta time him out, but OpBoy is losing. There's no shot. I don't know, guys. Who knows? Maybe OpBoy's gonna pull out the Ola run. I have no idea what these guys are gonna play. I'm actually like super interested to see what kind of picks come out here, for game 2. Anything could happen. Drop the beats, Aegis. I don't think OpBoy used his beats a single time that game. I don't think he used them. Imagine playing that cringe. Well, I don't know, but we're going to move into game 2 here. And while we do, I'm going to take the time to set up my spectator. So we're going to have OpBoy. And we're going to have LordLegender. And we'll get a little 0-1 action. Well, we are in the ban phase. And yeah, we'll see if OpBoy looks to make a change. I'm not sure what just happened there. Looks like a remake. Hold up. Messed up the lobby. No problem. No problem. You can start whenever you're ready. I'm ready to go. So we'll see. I mean, we're going into game 2 here. I'm not sure what kind of adjustments OpBoy has to make. I think he doesn't allow this Ola run. If anything, you have an Ola run mirror. Maybe play a Soul. Something like that. I think Soul is an excellent dual god. We'll see. What do you guys think? Just pick Kali and W key. I think Kali is dog shit in Duel. But I don't really know anything. Like still isn't even that OP. OpBoy just played it wrong. How can Kali be OP though? Like she can't clear wave. I feel like she just gets diffed by like. Oh, I guess it's blind pick though. That's true. That's true. I didn't consider that it's blind pick and duel. If it wasn't blind pick, I mean, it wouldn't work, but it also changes. I just ignored your suggestion. What was your suggestion? Just lock in the Kumba? I forgot that it's blind pick. With blind pick, it's different because obviously if you can see what you're playing against, that changes things. That does change things for sure. Equality for OP boy. Ban the Loki. He's banning the Loki. He's got to ban the Loki. There's no way that OP boy leaves the Loki open. There's no shot. He can't leave it open. Like, ban him from chat? That god blows. Is Lachlan on the duel leaderboards? Is he top? Load, damn you. Is he GM right now? Does anyone play this mode? What's the score? LordLegender is up 1-0. We're going into game 2 here in a moment. Oh, also, oh, let me check my thing. Locke is number 1 Loki. Is he in GM right now? Gray? Okay, this is clearly not working. Oh, there we go. Okay. Keegsy. Hellerine. I've met Hellerine. Naoma. Waddles. What about Masters? That's bronze 3. I'm GM duel confirmed. Dual players are cringe. They really are. I mean, they really are. All right, let's see. Who's in Masters? Surely he's in Masters right now. Apparently Twigs played 9 games. Tank tops. Warchi. Itachi. I'm sure he's here. I don't know. You won't find him there. His profile's hidden. Oh, right. True. Hydrate. I'm on it. Let's be real. If you lose more than 1 game of duel before you hit 3K, you kind of suck. That's not really true, Sandman, because the only people who queue duel are like the duel mains. So you'll just get match made into people who are like GM at that exact moment. LordLegender as of 5 days ago is 2,700 MMR with 73% win rate. I can see profiles even if hidden. What? What are you talking about, Shren? What are you, some kind of smite god? What does that mean? What are you, pawn? How can you see profiles when they're hidden? What are you on about? On the box? Can you see Lachlan's? I don't know. But while you figure that out, we are into the picks and bans going into our second game here. We've got Legender just repeating his same ADC bans, Uller, Heim, Yi, Soul. And OP Boy's getting rid of that Ola run first, followed by Loki, Set, and Achilles. I feel like Achilles isn't like a top solo, but who knows? The API likely doesn't show up-to-date information, only what the last information was. If it worked for Xbox, it would work for Smite Guru and others. OpBoy doesn't know what to ban, man. No, he doesn't. He's recently moved, so he hasn't had like any time to like, practice or prepare at all. So if he picks an ADC, pick Bologna and the game's over. Well, Bologna's banned as well as on her. I hope neither of you are in my chat right now, like cheating, or I'm going to be kind of pissed. Legender snap locks the Bakasura. It's not game over, Sam. Maybe OpBoy locks in the Baka. Maybe OpBoy locks in the Baka. I hope that he's not stream sniping me, because he very well could be and might be. Lachlan is Diamond 1. There's no way. Shren. Chiron. I don't think that's winning. I don't think that's the winning pick here. We shall see. GG's in the chat. Hold your horses, fellas. Who knows? Pun intended. Bruh. Yep. Bruh, indeed. Reaper. Bruh, indeed. No shot I came here to this. You definitely did. Legender's up. What? What? Wait. What? What is this? Is this duel? Is it? Hello? You freaking idiots. You absolute donkeys. What's wrong with you? You literally remade already. Lachlan, what are you doing? You're already... My word. Who surrendered? If Lachlan surrendered, give him the L. Okay. That was silly. Got the 12 cents in my PayPal on lock. Well, we're getting back in here very quickly. Apparently, I'm not sure if he put low spectate on. It doesn't look like he did, so now we're going to be 3 minutes delayed. Excellent. Excellent. What's the score? Lachlan is up 1-0. Or LordLegender is up 1-0, and we have a best of 3. Best of 3. Here we go. This is looking better. What was played? Game 1 was LordLegender on the Oleron and OpBoy on the Charybdis. We're going to tune into our underdog, poor OpBoy, who's looking to make a comeback into a Bakasura. Good luck on that. Is the game over? Yes. Wow. Excellent. Yeah, they're changing maps after every game. So let's see. So this time OpBoy switches up his strategy and grabs a meditation. You wonder if maybe a Thorns would do something. I don't think Aegis makes any sense. I don't hate the meta either. I'm just trying to provide substitutes. I don't know about Trans 2 either. I think that's too slow of a power curve, but okay. No mannequins. Wait, can I not get rid of these trees and things? Am I just going to get my camera blocked this entire time? Okay, I'm just going to... If it becomes a problem, I'm just going to free cam. We should have OpBoy play Duel for a while. Month and rematch since he hardly plays Duel. First person Duel easy. I don't want to do that. Oh, here he goes. Dashing in already. LordLegender jumps away. Would I want easy jungle clear? When I can go Trans 2. Yeah. Maybe I will just go first person. I'll just do that. And I'll just switch every 2 minutes. Well, LordLegender is on this Bakasura, which is obviously going to be a good one-on-one character. Most assassins are. People are getting in the poke, and quite a lot of it, actually. Legender has to retreat over to those camps over there. Just switch to Buck. I want to see the winning POV. I'll switch every 2 minutes. Can we watch the winner? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You gotta give him. You gotta give him a shot here. Come on. You gotta give him. You gotta give him some love, some hope. No. Well, you guys are just mean. I don't know what else to say. Legender gets his first back off on the game. Just gonna go for the, what is it, 1000-fold blade? Go on. Oh, I'm sick. Here comes the ultimate. OpBoy running, not taking that much damage. Dash into tower. Huge play from OpBoy. But the meditation from Bakasura just keeps him topped off and not too frightened. That was a big brain play from OpBoy, who actually seems to be coming out on top here. LordLegender is in an awful position. Can he get the first blood? Not yet, but he's going to chase Lachlan out here. But a smart pathing from the Bakasura is going to save him. Going to grab the red buff here is OpBoy, who the chat doesn't seem to favor, but so far has been actually like doing pretty well. I mean, he's up here about, 300 gold. Once he gets that Transcendence online, that's going to start swinging. I don't know, guys. Can you feel it? Can you feel it in the water? Woo! Dropped kill. Absolute shitter. It was kind of just a read for where the Baka was gonna rotate out of. Well, Lachlan not too upset. Fortune favors the brave, and certainly being brave here is our Bakasura main heading for this blue buff. OpBoy is not going to get here in time. Leaving a single blue minion up. I don't think that'll tilt OpBoy too much. Still get some farm for it, but is going to actually chase the Bakasura out here, who's getting poked repeatedly. Look at the jukes coming out, actually giving me a bit of a headache. But poked to half HP now. Coming back here for his speed buff. And I have to say, so far, LordLegender has been on the ups, we could say, in terms of farming camps. So people are really only getting that red buff, and LordLegender is just going to dash in here and look to get a kill. OpBoy is going to counter with a cleanse and a dash. Lachlan with the jump in does find a home, cannot find the winning auto just yet, misses a second auto. OpBoy going to die here most likely, right? Certainly going to fall in a moment. Stepping up a little bit too far, and there's the first kill of the game. Going over to LordLegender, who is up now. There is no first blood gold in Duel. But, yeah. Man tried to ego him. OpBoy unfortunately dashed into the cripple there, so wasn't feeling good. But coming out of base here. He does have that Transcendence online now, though, guys, and he is stacking it. He's buying 2 wards. Great use of gold. And, yeah, it looks like he's going to build a breastplate, probably. Or is that a Sov? I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm trolling. It's definitely not Sov, but... Immediate mid guard. Yeah. Don't want to get ganked. Yeah, you never know when... you never know when someone's going to pop out and gank you in Duel. But OpBoy still has the XP advantage. And I want to say the player damage advantage, too, for now. Has about 700 in hand, so soon we'll want to be backing. There's the first ward placed. Actually, and the second from somewhere. Legender jumps into this red buff. Let's hit that a 1. OpBoy dashes in. Actually, does not grab the red buff because he has speed buff. Now going into the ultimate. Isn't able to do as much damage as he thought. Pops his meditation, which is going to keep the aggression away. Continue farming up here as OpBoy. Happy to let this scale, I feel like, right? With Transcendence, and soon he's going to get more damage. He is an ADC after all, we can't forget. Legendary doesn't want anything else, and OpBoy again tries to grab a red buff with speed on his belt. Now going to try and grab a blue buff with speed around his belt, we'll see. Both of them are trolling. Sandman the Connoisseur, as Lachlan looks for a moment of aggression, but comes backwards here. And good thing for those wards, because OpBoy is going to see him on the ward right about now. That ward just saved him. Hey, he's got ganks. That ward just saved him. Legendary now taking some poke. Not too much, though, to be concerning. And OpBoy just going to play this game pretty slow. He's just going to get his stacks online. He only needs 12 more to have a fully stacked Transcendence. Legendary going to back as well in his tower. And OpBoy take advantage and clear this wave as early as possible. Immediate mid-Guardian mail there for LordLegender. You wonder if OpBoy will do the same. He is backing now. Legendary's going to clear the wave here and be happy. A Golden Blade helping out with that. Both players go for a second item mid-Guardian mail. I guess that's dual meta. And this time OpBoy appears to be building and maybe not picking better. But so far, I think we can say the Chiron has looked better than the Charybdis. He's had better chances. Legendary's jumping in here just to group the wave up for his Golden Blade procs. And OpBoy's going to continue to ward everywhere. He does have that Transcendence stacked. Let's not forget, Legendary's looking for the fight here in just a moment as OpBoy, with a really well-placed backstep and dash, creates enough space to force Legendary backwards as Legendary comes back into mid lane, doing a really good job of farming. And, you know, that is the Bakasura thing to do, right? You just run around the map and you just farm everything available to you much quicker than, say, a Chiron can. Certainly for the early portions of the game, which is, I think, probably the main reason that Legendary has this much of a gold lead. OpBoy now going to try and contest this red buff. Both players grouping up for this one. Going to take the fight here as both players, as Legendary gets a big ultimate, doing some damage to OpBoy, but not enough to concern him. Pops his med and just runs away a-okay, but steps back in, and Legendary is trying to get a bigger piece of the pie, but not able to do so, and now just going to clear the wave. OpBoy is doing a good job so far of keeping safe, and what looks like a troublesome situation is actually not seeming to be that much of a problem for him so far. Gonna back off here and head to speed. And yeah, I mean, the game is still very much in the balance here. Legendary's got about a 500 gold lead or so, but that's not that big of a deal just yet. Hunters do scale very well, and OpBoy's gonna choose to use his ultimate to clear the wave from distance and get his back off as early as possible. Gonna lose his red buff for that decision though, as Legendary is on that. Illy's gonna go take a nap before the game ends. Fair enough. And OpBoy's deciding what to buy, and he goes for Sprint and T2. What is that? Heartseeker? Interesting choices. Heavenly Wings and Charged Morningstar for OpBoy. Lachlan, meanwhile, is going for what I imagine has to be a serrated. Obviously a Hydra's. Is that good? I feel like it's not. Is it really? Is that the dual play? Yeah, Hydra's is... Oh, he's going Dom, maybe. OpBoy has played a collective 9 minutes of ranked duel in the past 3 years, no cap. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, we might have a skirmish again at this white camp as Legendary is jumping in. OpBoy, though, has the speed buff and not too concerned. Just going to head into his tower as Legendary gets pushed into tower by a great dash there from OpBoy. But both of these players are so tanky that death does not come quickly. And Legendary's just going to proxy the wave and likely head to Fire Giant. But looks like he's prioritizing this red buff. So both players going to group up here for this. Lachlan doing a good job of dodging autos where he can. Keeping himself healthy is really important in a mode like this. OpBoy gets baited maybe by LordLegender, who's taking a bit of poke now from the auto attack. So OpBoy, though, is still very healthy, not too concerned. Bakasura continuing to put in the damage, but OpBoy's playing a lot safer this game. He's not giving up too much. He's not doing too much. He's just kind of staying where he needs to be. Not jumping anywhere. Legendary, on the other hand, just being very active on the map with all of these buff invades and takes, but there's not too much OpBoy can do about that. It's just a Bakasura thing, but here we're going to see a skirmish for sure on these white camps as OpBoy with a nice dash. Again, Legendary needs to watch his positioning there so he can avoid that and possibly get the kills. But here we go. Here's the engagement. OpBoy is getting poked a little bit, but neither player really seems to be able to do enough damage to kill the other. Certainly not quickly, as OpBoy is going to just use his ultimate for some damage onto the wave as LordLegender gets poked out, but he's going to be A-okay and head over to this blue buff now, which OpBoy is going to try and steal away. Cannot quite. Legender gets the XP for that one. Heading back into mid lane now is LordLegender, who has forced OpBoy back to base, who does indeed finish off this dominance and actually upgrades his meditation as well. Gonna reduce his cooldowns every pulse by a second, which might help him in these fights, just get out a little bit extra damage. Dominance is the play, I suppose, in OpBoy's mind. He's gonna try and do as much damage as he can. LordLegender, meanwhile, gonna finish off that serrated and what looks to be, I want to say, a toxic blade coming up for the Bakasura. Dominance because he's submissive and missing his SO. Well, I don't imagine this game is going to end anytime soon, as really neither tower has been touched very much, both relatively healthy. Surely this is where you would want to be looking at Bull Demon to try and force something, and Legendary is just repeatedly jumping in, doesn't care about this Chiron, but now maybe he should have, as OpBoy is taken down to only 20% HP. Legendary, meanwhile, is full HP. Tries to invade speed buff, but isn't there, so instead gonna settle for tower, as OpBoy maybe steps up a little bit too far, but uses his dash nicely and forces Legendary to take a couple more tower shots. Legendary doesn't like his position, so is gonna try and retreat, but diving the tower now and does get the kill. Chiron ult is not gonna do enough, and Legendary gonna grab his second kill of the game here, now about 1300 up, and OpBoy really, while he's playing very defensively, has not been able to really threaten LordLegender's life a single time just yet. T1 is gonna fall here for OpBoy, who has still got 10 seconds on his respawn timer. His Phoenix now being attacked and looks like it is going to fall. Legendary is approaching a 2-0 victory here. Not much OpBoy can do right now. Red buff now being contested by Legendary, who's so far had a really excellent game, just being in the right positions, farming up very nicely. He's making the right trades, being aggressive at the right times. And I mean, is this just a draft diff? It's hard to say. I think this Chiron pick really hasn't been able to really threaten this Bakasura. Only one time did we ever think that LordLegender was going to die. Possibly it's a build thing. Maybe the mannequins would have helped a lot. Mannequins Crusher, something like that, just getting your damage online. But OpBoy now gets his dash caught here by the Bakasura, but uses his sprint to get away A-okay. Legendary almost is level 20. Maybe eating that mannequin mace pretty quickly. And OpBoy is caught between speed buff and backing, but decides to go for speed buff, which may be the right choice. But meanwhile, LordLegender is just gonna grab this Bull Demon King very quickly, and you want to say that's going to be the end of the game here. I don't think OpBoy can really fight back much anymore. The Bakasura is just too tanky. He's got the Aegis if he's ever in serious danger, and just look at the builds. OpBoy is just so far behind in his items. It's going to be quite difficult for him to win any sort of trade. But we saw this last game, and you know, OpBoy fought back really well there. Legendary now is going to continue to farm up here and maybe try and get behind OpBoy from this flanking angle. OpBoy does not have the same amount of wards anymore. He is up 7-3, so credit to him. But here comes Legendary with the flank from behind. This might spell the end of our duel of the century. OpBoy is in a bad position here. He doesn't have a way out. Legendary has to dodge the dash, but can't do so. Does use the ultimate to catch up to OpBoy, who cleanses very nicely with a great slow as well. This Bakasura cannot catch up, but he's going to continue to push forward. OpBoy getting shredded by these Bakasura autos. OpBoy cannot do much, but does get his dash away and the slow and the ultimate. Can Titan do enough damage to get OpBoy the trade? No. An excellent eat minion there from the Bakasura is going to end our duel of the century, unless Titan makes a miraculous kill here. Does not escape the attention of Legendary, and that's going to spell the end of the game. OpBoy was out, but stayed a little bit too long, and That's going to spell the end. LordLegender is going to be our champion of the Duel of the Century. OpBoy, maybe you could say a lack of experience. Maybe the drafting and the items could have been improved, but LordLegender is going to win our Duel of the Century. Congratulations to him. And I'm going to do, if he's still here, I'm going to see if I can do a post-game interview, and we'll see what he has to say. All right. What's up?
Yo,
How's it going?
was that too toxic at the end? I don't know.
No, it's Duel. It's Duel.
Yeah, true. It is Duel. I didn't report him at the end, so.
True. Well, congratulations, Mr. LordLegender, on your 2-0 victory. You know, I got to ask, how are you feeling after that?
I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest.
Damn. Damn.
I thought he would actually like practice Duel or ask for Duel coaching from somebody before this, but he didn't, and it was clear he didn't know what he was doing, especially in the first game. Just I like the Chiron pick more than the Chardy pick, but it was a very unfortunate pick in the Bakasura. No clue what he was building. First game, terrible actives, terrible build. Second game, much better. The dominance rush was terrible, though. I don't know why he stacked dominance in Exy. You don't need that much pen. I was only going a single defense item. Just a lot of no-nos. Midgard pickup, very, very strong. Overall, just not the competitiveness I was expecting out of a man who literally challenged me.
Yep. Yeah, I can't blame you for that one. Well, speaking of challenges, it appears that there's a bit of a queue to play against you here, and possibly a second Duel of the Century. Sandman Samuel is signed up already. So
Anybody else?
I don't know what you want to do, Mr. LordLegender, but you are our Duel champion for the moment. So I'll let you decide.
That means I get the role, right? It's like cringe Duel main or something.
You will get the role. You will get the role of cringe Duel main. But I think to hold the role, we should have some sort of, like, I don't know, maybe once a month we have another duel against whoever signs up or something. We'll figure something out.
Maybe not once a month. Maybe like every other month or something.
Well, let me just ask then, since we're on the topic, are you going to accept this Sandman Samuel challenge?
When is it? I don't want to do anything recently, but like maybe.
Well, we could schedule whenever, but the question is that something that you want to do? Are you going to give Sandman Samuel the light of day? Does he deserve your respect?
Yeah, I think it would be a better challenge than OpBoy personally.
Well, there you have it. But thank you so much for participating. Thank you,
man.
everybody. Yeah,
I gotta shout out Nick Triff. He asked me to shout him out, so there's your shout out, buddy.
Well, actually, since we're on the topic, is there any other things you want to say? Any closing comments?
Nah, you should probably interview OpBoy though. That's about it.
Cool. Well, you know what? I will. Let me ask him.
Do you want me to dip?
Yeah, you can. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
I'm gonna try and get OpBoy into an interview here, but we'll see. I'm just waiting on a response. But what did you guys think? Was that any close? Did OpBoy ever have a shot, or was it just no point?
Yo.
Did someone drag you in here? Well, I'll take it, I guess. So
I didn't know when I was supposed to come. I just
you're chilling. Well, let me start by asking. So, you know, how you feeling after that? How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm not surprised what happened. I mean, like you said, I didn't move. I didn't really watch any videos, but like I feel like even if I did, I still would have got my ass beat. But like like probably not that bad because I had no clue what the fuck to build. I did not know meditation. I'm pretty sure you watched that first fight where I died. I didn't think meditation was that good in 1v1s.
We
You
were all
kind of just
watching.
out healed my damage. Yeah. You guys all saw it. But
So yeah. So let me just ask a very crucial question. So
What's
does LordLegender now have? Do you now hold him in a higher regard? Has he gained your respect?
no, I don't give a shit about Duel, bro. That game mode is cringe.
I see. I see.
I mean, Lachlan's one of my good friends. He's a good player. But like, I personally don't give a shit about Duel, and I'm pretty sure other players think that as well. But Duel, like, and bro, light memeing in the chat saying is such a great test of skill. Like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't even know about that.
Mm,
But yeah,
I
it's
see.
my final thoughts.
Well, before I let you go, then is there anyone you shout out? Any final words you want to say? Maybe anything to Lachlan or anyone else?
Final words, Lachlan, the GGs. You kind of beat my ass. Not gonna lie, like it was bad, but I guess I had fun. I see Reaper in the chat. Sandman, I actually want to see you fight Lachlan because you were talking some shit. I'm
Well,
not gonna lie, Sandman, how about it?
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if LordLegender actually wants to fight another opponent. This might spell the start of Bojo's duel circuit or something like that. I might call it. I don't know. We'll
That'd
see.
be sick.
We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna let you
I don't
go
think
here.
Lachlan's. Wait, hold on. Wait. Can I say one more thing to Sandman?
Sure.
Sandman, I don't think he's gonna do an honor 1v1. I'm just gonna put that out there. But anyways, all right. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Well, that'll, I guess, spell the end of our duel of the century, possibly the birth of Bojo's duel circuit. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe not for gems or for money, but for clout. For clout. Clout is really the only thing that Smite players care about. So we shall see. Maybe we'll be back with Sandman and LordLegender rematch. We'll have to see. But for now, that'll spell the end of the stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And don't leave just yet, because we're about to host some... Actually, here, let me grab the link. Actually, one of my mods do it. Grab the link to Bojo's Dojo and post it. We're going to be running some in-houses now, which if Sandman assaults me one more time, he'll be banned for one game. But we're going to host some in-houses now. So if you want to join the link in chat. Check your chat. Join it. We're going to run some in-houses. Have some fun. And that's going to be the end. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'll catch you in the in-house.